My name is Lacey, your Miss Auburn's Outstanding Teen, and you're watching the Astute Tourist Channel.
Hello, my name is Margo. I'm from Weymouth, Massachusetts, and you are watching the Astute Tourist Channel.
My name is Kurt Wilson. I'm from Derry, New Hampshire, and I watch the Astute Tourist Channel.
I'm Sean.
And I'm Barbara, and we're at the New Hampshire Grass Drags.
Hi guys, this is Mr. Tranquilo, and you are watching the Astute Tourist Channel.
We try to be.
All right, ready?
My name's Natalie, and I'm from Burdett, New York, and you're watching the Astute Tourist Channel.
Morning, everybody. It is Thursday, August 17th, 2023. My name is Jimmy. I'm your Astute Tourist. Thank you for joining us. It is Cup of Joe Live, and we're 2 days away from the weekend, or one official day. Tomorrow is weekend eve, Friday. But here we are, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed after last night's our Hump Day cocktail hour. I appreciate everybody who was here with us last night. Got to hang out with Colleen and myself. It was a lot of fun. It was a good time, and I'm so glad to see you all. What's going on? I hope everybody had a good night. I know we did. After the live, we went and we grilled up a couple nice fat pieces of beef on the grill. We had some stuffed portobello mushrooms, and continued to finish our daiquiris, our classic daiquiris. They were so good. I want to jump right over to the chat and say good morning to John. John Gaylor is here. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you, and as always, thank you for being a great moderator. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Cruising on the High Seas is here. Rob, good morning to you. 72 more days till the booze cruise. 70 days till you fly, and I really need a cruise before that badly. Yes, sir, I am with you. Sharon is here. Good morning, Sharon. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for coming in. And that's 100% correct, Rob. God bless America is right. John, you're going to watch the replay later. Yeah, we had a good night. It was fun. We had a bunch of good folks come in. Laura Jones is here. Another happy birthday to you yesterday. I hope you had a great day and a great evening. Sounded like you guys had a nice birthday meal and all of that. So, again, happy birthday to you. Today is Will G's birthday. Happy birthday to Will G. If we see him come in, give him a nice hearty happy birthday to him as well. But again, thanks for all of you guys. Thank you for supporting our channel and being with us here just about every morning. I want you to know that how much I do appreciate you all. It means a lot, and we all need to be thankful for the things that we do have in life, and I am very thankful for you. So, it was very nice. It was a nice meal and a nice birthday. Well, good for you. At our age, birthdays come and they go. And I say our age. At my age, they're not a big deal. I remember when you were a kid and you're like, oh, my birthday is coming up, and you couldn't wait, and you wanted to be older than you really were. Christmas was kind of the same. You couldn't wait for Christmas. Christmas seemed like it took forever. Once Thanksgiving got out of the way, that's when Christmas would start. All the TV shows and the decorations went up, and that movie, A Christmas Story, really captured the feeling that it was like, at least for me as a child, the feeling you get. And birthdays were like that in a way for me as well. You'd have a party, your friends would come over, and there was cake in that. Hey, that is a plus. German chocolate cake for breakfast today. I'm not allowed to have cake, not until the cruise. That's my thing. I need to get my eating menu every day in check. We've been kind of throwing, or say I've been throwing caution to the wind every day. Didn't care what I ate. So I'm going to try to at least lose one more notch on my belt. And then on the cruise, I will have some dessert. So last night we grilled a couple porterhouse steaks, boneless porterhouses, and like I said, the portobello mushrooms, they came out really good. You back when Halloween started in October? Not right? Yeah, everything is, well, it's the retail business now is driving when the holidays start. Everything a month ago was, or at the beginning of August 1st was school starts. Get out there and buy your pens and your notebooks and your Trapper Keepers and your school clothing, and got to get that ready. And of course, Halloween and fall are here, which they're not. But you're right, John. You gotta go get your Halloween stuff now. Although speaking of Halloween, I guess I have to buy my door decorations with strong magnets for the cruise. Let's get this right out of the way. Good morning to you. Best sip of the day, cup of Joe. Cheers. That is fantastic coffee. Yo, look who is awake. Did you even go to bed? Good morning, Eddie. It's good to see you, my friend. Thank you for coming in. When you have your lives, you start right before I get into the car and I head out to work. I have an MDT, which is called a mobile data terminal. It's basically an iPad. And that's what I'm on when I see you and I tell you that good morning, I'm driving and listening. It's hard for me to chime in unless I'm like Paul does or Will G. When I'm at a red light or something, I can quickly type, say good morning, but it makes it tough when you're driving. 2 hands on the wheel. That's my motto. So about to make a third cup of Joe. Right on. Wow, you have been bright-eyed and up early. Went to bed at 8 p.m., up by 2 a.m. Oh, my goodness. You were up way before me. Way before me. Eddie's asking Ma if he's feeling good. How about you, Eddie? You feeling good? All's good with you? You had me beat, Eddie. I slept and still on my first cup. I'm on cup number 2. So this is my morning. The dogs stir about 4:45. I lay there until I hear the alarm clock at 5. Of course, once the dogs hear the alarm, they are up, and their little Sophie, she pushes on me. Hey, get up. So I get up, we go downstairs, and I let them out to take care of their business, And then I feed them, and I make myself a cup of coffee. So we have a Keurig or a coffee pod thing, but it also has a carafe. So I'll make one pod, so I get a quick cup, and I also make the pot. And while they're eating, I do that. I take care of my business. And then I enjoy my coffee while I take a shower. Well, not at the same time, but the coffee follows me where I go. I take a shower. I get dressed and then I get ready. I start preparing for our show here at 6 a.m. And that's what my morning usually consists of. I try not to get up any earlier, although yesterday morning I was somewhat like Sean from Down Under Cruises. I could not sleep. I was awake. The tone went out at 3 a.m. They had to go do a lift assist, and I couldn't fall back asleep from there. So it is what it is. What can you do? Sharon says good morning to Eddie. Did you even sleep? Good morning, Paul. Driving and listening. 2 hands on the wheel, my friend. And I saw a post on Facebook. They were thanking Paul for all he does. And we do that here as well, but I want to make sure that we do it. And Paul, we appreciate you. I hope you know how much we do. Paul goes, I don't want to say out of his way, but he posts every day or the night before who's going to be up live and what people are doing the next day. And he doesn't have to do that. He supports us all. And I just want to let you know, Paul, that I know I think I can speak for all of us, but especially from us here at The Astute Tourist. I want to thank you for all you do, my friend. I hope you know you're much appreciated. And if there's anything that you need, just let me know. I'll do within my power. I'll do what I can. Controversial Cruising. Scott is here. Good live, my friend. Yeah, you did. You were up early too. For what I watched, I'll have to come back and watch the replay. You and Bill had your live stream. On Wednesdays when I get home from work and I get prepared for hump day, that there's a little bit of work that goes into it. I have to gather all the ingredients and supplies and that for the show. And I don't get to eat until after. So that's why I was in quickly and out quickly of your live. So I'll have to come back and do the replay. But good morning to you, my friend. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you as well. Eddie says he's not doing good, but alive. Well, that's all we can do, brother, and keep pushing on. Don't forget positive mental attitude. It really helps. Go into the day with PMA. Sounds a little goofy, but it really does work. Shirley is here from Glitter World. Hi, Shirley. Good morning to you. Glitter bombs going out to you. Hope you have a sparkly day. Scott said, thank you. I had to return the favor. I'm off today, so I'm going to get up early today and have a coffee with Jimmy. That's awesome, brother. I appreciate that. We appreciate you too. Look, I do the best I can throughout the day. Like I said, when I'm working, as much as I can, I try to pop into everyone's lives quickly and leave a chat, say hello. It's tough because I got to scratch my back. It's tough because I'm at work. And a lot of you folks, God bless you. I don't know how you do it. Maybe some folks are retired or you work from home, but you do your lives during the day. It makes it hard for me. So I do my best to pop in and out. There's just so many friends that we have that are content creators on YouTube. It's hard to keep up sometimes. But for most of you, you guys are my biggest supporters, and we appreciate you. So I do my best to keep you at the top of the list. So John says, that was like my old department. 1 tone for station and EMS calls and a 2nd tone for fire, MVC, or other calls that required more manpower. Yep, we have the same thing. And all it was a lift assist. I don't have to get out of bed and go. Of course, I monitor all the calls, and this week I am the duty chief this week. So the tone went off, and that was it. 3 o'clock, I was laying there awake until I get up at 5. And, it's only 2 hours, but for me, man, it makes a difference. Yesterday was a tough day, walking around yawning all day and that. But yeah, so what can you do? But good morning, everybody. Let's do it again. Best sip of the day. Here's to you. Cheers. Cup of Joe live. Speaking of Cup of Joe, if you guys want to get yourself one of these fabulous, I don't have the link here. But if you wanted to get yourself one of these fabulous cups, you can go to Etsy and look up The Astute Tourist. Pick one up. The coffee does taste better in it. I guarantee that. Get yourself one of these Cup of Joe live cups. You'll be supporting us, and you'll have a fantastic Cup of Joe. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on the stream today and all of our videos. And for those of you that are coming to us in the replay, we appreciate you all. And don't forget to hit that like button and leave us a comment. Let us know how we're doing. Appreciate it. Also, you can go over to our Teespring store and get yourself some T-shirts, some beach bags. There's coffee mugs there with the logo on it. What else do we have on there? Stickers, pint glasses. It's all there. So check that out. And you can also, there's two big ways you can support us. One is by joining our channel and becoming a member. You'll enjoy some member perks, which I'm still working on. But you'll get yourself some of these stickers in the mail and some other things as well. And you'll get little gifts from time to time. We'll mail those out. So become a member. You can help support us. And the other way is to go over to our PayPal, paypal.me/The Astute Tourist. And you can support us that way. And we do appreciate it. As you know, especially most of you creators, it's not free to be able to create content. These little things here, SD cards, they're like $30 for one of those. Cameras and whatnot. Selfie sticks, it also known as a back scratcher. So it takes a little bit. So all of your support does help. So we appreciate that. This Week in History. This Week in History, as always, is brought to you by Revive Furniture and Home Decor. You can check them out at revivefurnitureandhomedecor.com. Check out all of their latest products right now. I think they may be having a sale on some of the spring and summer items. And as John was mentioning earlier, in the retail business, they are now they now have all their fall and Halloween decor out. So check them out and Revive Furniture and Home Decor. They make decorating easy. In 1590, John White returned from England to Roanoke Island off the coast of present-day North Carolina, and a search the following day found no trace of the colony, now called the Lost Colony, that he had left there 3 years earlier. In 1807, the first serviceable steamboat, the Clermont, designed by American engineer Robert Fulton, embarked on its maiden voyage. Robert Fulton, wasn't he instrumental in the invention of the steam engine, right? Do I have that right? In 1887, Marcus Garvey, a charismatic black leader who helped found the Marcus Garvey, a charismatic black leader who helped found the Universal Negro Improvement Association, which sought, among other things, to build in Africa a black governed nation, was born in Jamaica. Good morning. Just doing our best. They're a new friend of the channel. We met them yesterday, and I appreciate you guys. I like what you're doing over at your channel. I did watch their premiere yesterday, which is pretty cool. They have two, I think, 6,000-gallon poly tanks that you bought, right? You found on Facebook. And I'm not going to tell you what they did with them, but they did some unique things with them. I think you should go over the alternative use for the tank. Genius, I think. But I appreciate you guys, and they're a new friend of the channel. So if anybody wants to go over, do me a favor and check out Just Doing Our Best. Good stuff. They're like us. They're growing their vegetables and they have their animals and they're doing their best. So they're a good group. So go over and check them out. In 1896, George Washington Carmack unearthed gold in Bonanza Creek, a tributary of the Klondike River, now in Yukon, Canada, setting off a gold rush into the Klondike Valley. No modern-day gold rushes anymore. In 1906, American chemist and businesswoman Hazel Bishop, who founded a makeup company and created the first kiss-proof lipstick, was born in Hoboken, New Jersey. First kiss-proof. In 1943, Robert De Niro, an American actor known for his uncompromising portrayals of violent and abrasive characters, was born. For all you Robert De Niro fans out there. In 1945, English author George Orwell published Animal Farm, an anti-utopian satire that became a classic. I read that in school. George Orwell, great writer and very smart human being. If you haven't read any Orwell, I suggest you do it. Oh, I do have the link. It is right here. There's the link right there. ReviveFurnitureAndHomeDecor.com. Thank you, Eddie, for posting that. In 1978, Ben L. Abruzzo, Maxie Anderson, and Larry Newman completed the first transatlantic balloon flight in Double Eagle 2. 1978. What was that movie when we were kids? Around the World in 80 Days. There was that one, and then there was the Something Men and Their Flying Machines. Craziness and comedy, I guess. In 1999, a 7.4 magnitude earthquake struck near Izmit, Turkey, killing more than 17,000 people and leaving some 500,000 homeless. Terrible. 2008, the Olympics in Beijing, American swimmer Michael Phelps helped his team win the 4x100 meter medley relay, becoming the first athlete to win 8 medals in a single game. Some notable birthdays. 1929, Francis Gary Powers, United States military officer, was born. Of course, we mentioned Robert De Niro in 1943. 1944, Larry Ellison, an American business executive, was born. In 1960, Sean Penn was born, American actor. 1977, Thierry Henry, French football player and manager, was born. And Sir V.S. Naipaul, a Trinidadian British writer, was born in 1932. Happy birthday to all of them. The featured event of the day in 1945, Indonesia Declaration of Independence. On this day in 1945, Sukarno declared Indonesia's independence from the Netherlands, and after the Dutch transferred sovereignty 4 years later, he served as the country's first president, 1949 to 67. And as always, This Week in History. This Week in History is brought to you by Vibe Furniture and Home Decor. They make decorating easy. Check them out and go over to their Facebook page and tell them that Jimmy sent you. And yes, John, talk about calls. I don't know if you heard that beeping. I know John did. You heard that beeping noise while I was doing the end, finishing up on the history. That was the tone that goes off on my telephone that lets me know that my department has a call. Right now they have a lift assist, which is basically some poor person has either fallen out of bed or they've slipped and fell on the floor and they can't get up. They're not hurt. They just need help getting up. Believe me, I know the feeling sometimes. All right, let's see. Let me go back. 1985 scary stuff. Talking about calls, right? Mona is here. Mona did what? Good morning, Mona. Speaking of channel members, we appreciate your support as always. If you haven't been over to Mona's channel, she does a lot of sewing and fantastic sewing, I might add. During her lives, she has it's usually, what is it, Mona? Two or three or four, 2 or 3, right? Other ladies join you guys and they do a big live thing, and they all sew together and they talk about sewing and quilting, and it's interesting. It reminds me of the things that my mother and grandmother used to do when I was a young boy. I actually learned how to sew. My mother taught me how to sew. I did a lot of that as a kid. I always liked to learn. As you know, I do the history thing. Eddie says he watches her channel to decompress. Right on. Right? But I learned how to sew. My mother taught me to sew by making puppets. I made hand puppets and I made marionettes. And we sewed all those. She also taught me how to sew my own clothes. She taught me how to iron my own clothes. I can remember my brother, who's a few years older than me, used to tease me. Oh, you're ironing. Doing mummy work. No, I was ironing to learn how to do it so I didn't look like a ragamuffin when I went out. And I'll tell you, I still use those skills that I learned today. Molly ate the back of my Gadsden hat. So on the back of our hats, we have the strip where you tighten it. She chewed that in half. Well, guess what? I know how to sew, so I sewed it. And it's brand new, or almost. And then when we're getting ready to go out, or my uniforms, I know how to press them all. So that's what I do. Thank you, Mom and Grandmom, for all those skills. I had that problem a week ago. Got down to clean a spill, and with my new knee, I could not get back up. Phone was in the other room. I had to drag myself to the sink to pull myself up. Oh my God, John. Right? But that's terrible. I hope you're doing okay. That's using your thinking cap. Cooking breakfast and listening. What is for breakfast this morning? I usually either I don't eat breakfast, or lately I've been having a little bit of oatmeal, just a little bit. Half a cup of oatmeal. Yesterday I had brown sugar and maple oatmeal. It is Thursday. It's August 17th. It's 32 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock EST. Do you know where your marmot is? I don't know. That's a sad joke. Do you know where your cat is? Do you know? In the old days when we watched the news, they used to do that. Do you know where your kids are? I'm as long as I don't. Oh, you're as long as you don't do stupid stuff. Look, it is what it is. I remember when I had my shoulder done, and it's in a sling and everything, and I reached out to grab something with that arm. Oh my God. Yay. Eddie says, that's my fear. If I fall by myself, I'll be stuck for a while. Yeah, you got to have your phone with you, and I know a lot of, especially our age, you don't want to have the I've fallen and can't get up medical alert tag, but maybe something to consider. Still funny at 3 a.m. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Scott. Yeah, oatmeal with maple syrup and raisins. All right, so here's breakfast. Garlic rice, scrambled eggs, and bacon. All right, I'll be right there. My mother is here. Good morning, Mom. We were just talking about you teaching me how to sew and how to iron and how I still use those skills today. Appreciate you for that. And you're going out for breakfast. Dad has to give blood. So you're going to get breakfast after the blood? Is it a fasting thing for him? Good morning to you, Mom. All right, don't forget to hit that like button, share us out, and comment on the stream. And now, all right, animals are awesome. It's a new feature that we're doing. We're going to try to do every day. And it's basically, it's test your knowledge. There are some crazy animals throughout the world, and some that you recognize and some that you don't. We've done this a few times. Bone Tired Travelers, Denise and Dwayne, they're our champs at this. They really, they're pretty good at it. Sharon, I think last night you actually got one of the animals too, which was cool. So let's get right to it. Let's go with our first animal. Let's start with this guy right here. Does anybody know what that is? He's a cute little guy. What a cute little animal he is. I'll give you a hint. I'll tell you where he's from, if I can find it. They're found on some smaller islands off the coast of Western Australia, particularly Rottnest Island, just off Perth, and Bald Island near Albany. They're protected in an area at Two Peoples Bay Nature Reserve. Anybody got a guess on what that is? Yes, you did, Sharon. You did. Okay, Mom. Yeah, you're going to be, it's a fasting blood test. Rupert. It looks like a Rupert, doesn't it? Anybody want to guess? Tasmania, Eddie says. It's near Tasmania. I think it's part of Australia. Although our friend Radio Jonesy, if he was here, he would know exactly what that is. Good morning, Nick. Nick P is here. How are you, my friend? I know for a fact Sean and definitely Radio Jonesy would know. So this animal is called a quokka. A quokka is a small macropod about the size of a domestic cat. It's the only member of the genus Cetonix. Like other marsupials in the marcopod family, such as kangaroos and wallabies, the quokka is an herbivore and mainly nocturnal. So there you go. That's our first animal, the quokka. The quokka. All right, so you ready for the second animal of the day? Is this. Look at that guy. Anybody know what he is? Your neighbor doesn't have a cat. It's one of those. A quokka. Right? Jonesy would know exactly. Jonesy would know what that was. I think he actually has some of them that run around in his yard. World's happiest animal, right? He was cute. Nice. Never heard of it, right? I hadn't either. I've seen them before, but I didn't know what they were called. Nick is eating breakfast before I hit the shower for work. Mona says a salamander. I don't know if that is one. Let me read a little bit about this animal. The species was originally found in several lakes underlying what is now Mexico City, such as Lake, I can't pronounce that. These lakes were drained by Spanish settlers after the conquest of the Aztec Empire, leading to the destruction of much of this animal's natural habitat. In 2020, they found they were near extinction due to urbanization in Mexico City and water pollution. So it sounds like they're a freshwater creature. Salamander is pretty close. Fish is pretty close. I'm not sure if that's exactly what they are, but who has one of them as a pet? Saw some things like that in the research labs. That could be, John. They're kind of cool looking, right? What's Hawaiian Bear's name? He has one on his farm. Polynesian bear. It's like Fire Devil or something. That's a good name. I don't think anybody's going to get it. I picked a few. Hey, Josh is here. Hi, Josh. Good morning. Good seeing you today and good seeing you last night. Rob is here. Rob is still here. All right, so this one is called an axolotl, A-X-O-L-O-T-L. An axolotl, it's a paidomorphic salamander. Mona, you said salamander, right? No, Sharon said it. Did you say it too? Yeah, Mona said it, and then Sharon said it. So it is a salamander. It's called an axolotl. Let's see. It is unusual among amphibians in that it reaches adulthood without undergoing metamorphosis. Instead of taking to the land, adults remain aquatic and gilled. The species was originally found, like we said, in Mexico City. An axolotl. Axolotl. So there you go. Mona got it. Close enough. We're going to give it to you. So that's 26,000 points for Mona. And because Sharon said it too, she'll get 18,503 points. Somebody keep track. All right. Let's move on to the next and the last. Animals are awesome. Look at this guy. Isn't he cute? Almost looks like Sophie, my dog Sophie. Any idea what this creature is called? Let's see. Moonlight comes in as greetings by this. The axolotl. That's awesome. It's A-X-O-L-O-T-L is how they spelled it. Axolotl. Much needed levity as I await my boarding in Newark. Traveling, right, for work? Is that what you're doing? Let's see. A fox. Okay, you're correct. Mona said a fox. Just doing our best, says a fox. But aha, Scott. Ding, 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 ding. Do I have any sounds for that? No, it wouldn't be that one. No, it's not that. Here we go. Scott got it. It's called a fennec fox. Fennec fox. It's a small fox native to the deserts of North Africa, ranging from Western Sahara and Mauritania. to the Sinai Peninsula. Its most distinctive feature is its unusually large ears, which serve to dissipate heat and listen for underground prey. The fennec is the smallest fox species. Its coat, ears, and kidney functions have adapted to the desert environment with high temperatures and little water. It mainly eats insects and small mammals and birds. Has a lifespan of up to 14 years in captivity and about 10 in the wild. That is the fennec fox. Congratulations to Scott. Good job on that one, Scott. Cute little guy. Cute little guy. So there you have it, the fennec fox. And this has been our portion of Animals Are Awesome is sponsored by the Cup of Joe Live coffee mug. Get yours today at Etsy, the Astute Tourist store on Etsy. So check it out. Get yourself one of these awesome cups. And like I said, the coffee does taste so much better in one of these cups. Delicious. What does a foxy say? What does the foxy say? Rob wants to know who he's flying with. He said United. He's flying with United. Wasn't that a song, Scott? What do the fox say? What does the fox say? I don't know. Craziness. So let's see. It is it's 6:45. It is 20:45 in the lower hemisphere. I always try to include our folks down under. It is nighttime there. I think I woke Sean up this morning. It would be his morning. Of course, they live in the future. But I started texting him at what was 3:30 a.m. his time. So he said he was up anyway. He was having trouble sleeping. So, but he didn't seem mad. So Sharon says, Jimmy, we have the red fox here in South Georgia. We do as well. We also have silver fox here. We've had several families of fox here, and I see them usually in the spring. I'll see the mamas and the little babies. Are those called kits? All right, Josh, I appreciate you coming in. We appreciate it, brother. Be safe travels. Enjoy Florida. I want to eventually settle down in that way where it's warm. I can escape the northern winters, as I talk about all the time. At some point we're gonna, but I've recently readopted affirmations. Does anybody do daily affirmations? Seems I had forgotten doing those, and I've started doing them again. We were talking about them before. You're basically talking to yourself, but it's like manifesting things, manifesting kind of your destiny, telling yourself you're a good person because you are a good person. You got to love yourself. Tell yourself that you love yourself because you do. You can't love anything else if you don't love yourself. It makes it hard anyway to love anything else. But affirmations are a good thing, and I've reintroduced those into my life. I think they're like I said. I think they're it's a healthy part of your day, and I do those every day. You can manifest just about anything you want, but happiness and confidence are probably the two main things. Last week I was talking about it earlier this week. It was a week ago today. I had a tough time for whatever reason. I wasn't practicing what I preach, but we all are human beings and we have weak moments. And I was a little, I don't know. Denise described it as jaded a little bit. And I was focusing on things that I didn't have or things that I hadn't accomplished up to this point, instead of focusing on the things that I do have and the successes that I have. So it's hard sometimes. It's hard sometimes to realize the things that you have. You get kind of self-absorbed. So affirmations are a good thing. They're good to remind you of how good you are and how well you are and how well you're liked by others, and really the successes that you've achieved in life. We're all successful human beings. Most of us are. If you just look at the things that you have, there's wealth comes in all kinds of different forms. It's not just a monetary thing. Happiness is important. It's good for PMA. PMA will help it. It's all connected. It's all connected. Thanks, Mom. I love you too. Love you more than you know. Love you and Dad more than you guys can ever know. Eddie, John is going to be late to the show today. He's taking Jody to work. You heard me last week, Mom. It's no big deal. Get over it quickly, but I appreciate that. My mother, we used to say that my mother, and I'm sure your moms or dads had the same thing. Eyes on the back of their head. They always knew what was going on with the kids. Always knew. Anyone have those grayish, slivery lizards? We've got them, and the lizards that change colors too. I don't have any lizards here. The closest thing we have is salamanders here in the north. I actually had one in my garden the other day. They are cute. Right, John? No lizards. Only the ones in pet stores or people have for pets. Salamanders, though. That's what we have up here. Snakes, salamanders, lots of frogs. We have them little greenish gray frogs that make all kinds of racket at night. At your house, they're blue. So, yeah, you live in Georgia too, right, Eddie? You guys have them little lizards down there, huh? Chameleons or whatever. My mother has them too, where she lives in Florida. Little lizards. They're running all over the place. Silvery. Okay. Silvery. Geckos. There you go. Mona, thank you. Are you going live today? I should get a notification that you do, and I'll try to pop in if you are going live later. Yep, Eddie says, yep, Southwest Atlanta. I've never really spent any time in Georgia. Colleen just came back from there, and I think they may be going back to Atlanta again sometime soon on another buying trip. I want to go to Savannah. Sharon or Eddie, would you recommend Savannah as a place to visit? Eddie, you got blue lizards? Oh, lizards. Blue lizards. Okay. Yeah, would you recommend Savannah to go? I've seen pictures of it, videos. It looks fantastic. Eddie says yes, Savannah. Now that's what, the southeast coast, right? Southeast part of Georgia, near the ocean. Very historical. And me, imagine that, me being a history guy. Yeah, I would like to go there and visit, do some videos. John says I spent three months on the west side of Georgia at Fort Benning. Thank you for your service, sir. Savannah, absolutely, Jimmy, Sharon says. North of Jacksonville. Okay, that's what I thought, right? Yeah, I am. I think maybe we'll plan a trip there sometime in the near future. Spend a few days in Savannah. It's funny, when I travel, I haven't done it in a while, but when I travel down 95 from the north and I'm heading towards Florida, you know, you cross over the Mason-Dixon line, which is between Pennsylvania and Maryland. So that's officially the South, right, when you get into Maryland. But when I see my first palm tree, which is usually in one of the Carolinas, between North and South, I think, that's when I know I'm in the South. And palm trees for me are the thing. We don't have palm trees where I live. We have pine trees. And lots of them. About 5 hours from you. Well, that's a good drive. So all the way across the state, right? Yeah, I have pine trees, no palm trees here. Okay, it is 6:55 EST. We're going to finish up here. I appreciate you guys for coming in. We're going to go over to Eddie Lugo at 7:15 today for his morning quickie, as he does always every weekday. Come to Florida, don't go to. I come to Georgia, don't go to Florida. Okay. Maybe I'll settle in Savannah. It looks beautiful there. I need to buy a house that has palm trees. All right, Eddie, we'll see you over there. I'll probably be driving and listening. We'll go over to Eddie. We'll give him, if you can think about it, it's a little ways from now, but if you remember, give him an astute raid. It does wonders for my ego. Don't forget PMA, positive mental attitude. PMA will definitely save your day. When I tell you that that it will, I'm living proof that it works, and I really am, honestly. PMA and the help of my wife and a few others. It makes your day, makes your week, make your year. It'll save your life. Positive mental attitude brings in, thanks, Scott. Positive mental attitude will bring all the positive energies and the frequencies. Remember, we're all and everything is frequency. It's like the Force in Star Wars. We're surrounded by it. It's in the earth. It's in you. It's in everything. That's why I say stay grounded. Walk on the dirt with your bare feet. It's important. Positive energy will push all that negativity away, and it'll really change your life. So don't forget to make a difference in somebody's day. We never know what somebody is going through. Everyone has a story, and sometimes some stories aren't good ones. So smile at somebody, say a kind word, shake a hand, give them a hug if they're so inclined. Make someone's day. Make a difference in somebody's life every day if you can. It's just, it doesn't take much. It takes little energy to do it. But you do as little or as much as you can, but make a difference. Don't forget to thank a first responder, the men and women of our fire service, police department, our healthcare workers, doctors, nurses, EMS providers, our security people, keeping us healthy and safe. And thank our veterans. Thank a veteran. And think about the men and women of the armed forces that are out there every day on the proverbial wall, protecting us and keeping us harm and protecting our freedoms and our liberties and protecting that right there. The good old red, white, and blue, old glory. I love my flag. I respect my flag. And I'll be darned if anybody's going to treat that flag with disrespect. That flag means so much more than the cloth it's printed on. It's our freedoms, it's our liberties, and a lot of people have given the ultimate sacrifice to protect that. So it's our job to carry on and protect that flag. So stay vigilant, stay happy, stay healthy. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget, we'll go over to Eddie's at 7:15. And then 8 o'clock, it's going to be, I think, CME traveling. And I'm not sure who's up from there. I will not be up live tomorrow. We're going to take Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off. I think that's going to be the new schedule. That'll give me a break. I need a break sometimes from these, as much as I like doing them. It's a lot of work, and sometimes you got to take a breather. But I love and appreciate each and every one of you guys. If you haven't hit the like button before you leave, please do that. I want to wish everybody peace and love from deep down in my heart. You know who I am. I'm Jimmy, your astute tourist. Have a great weekend. I'll see you later.